Hello everybody, welcome to the Paper Sweeties January 2016 release. Today all of the products are available at papersweeties.com, and this month Debbie has released 2 new stamp sets with coordinating dies, and the first set that you're seeing is the With Love stamp set. And the With Love stamp set comes with this beautiful filigree heart, and it has sentiments to, with, from, love, and thanks. So you can make lots of different sentiments. This is wonderful for Valentine's or just to share love or get well wishes or something with a friend. This shows the die cut and the cut line, and it's actually a 2-piece die. And to show you the way it cuts out, I have a sample here. It actually cuts in 2 pieces. So this is a 2-sided paper. And you can see that it cuts the outside filigree heart and then this inside solid heart. And both pieces are very, very usable, and they look beautiful together. And if you cut a 2-sided paper, you come up with, a double-colored Valentine right off the bat. So lots of versatility with this die set, and I just love it. One of my favorite new products from this release, definitely. The second set that Debbie released is an add-on set, and it coordinates with the set called Snow Time, which many of you probably have, and it's this set here with the little snow globe. And the snow globe actually becomes the top of the gumball machine. This is the bottom, and then again the snow globe becomes the top. And I have a sample here of one that I put together so that you can see. This is what the completed gumball machine looks like. And you can see the little heart, which has a die cut that goes with it, so you can make these little heart gumballs. And then there's also a circular gumball, and then that's the little lid that goes on the top of the gumball machine. So this is just one of the ones that I made that I didn't make into a card or anything, and I put one thing you can do is put glossy accents on it so that it looks like it's glass. So that's what I did with this one. So, and then this is a picture of the dies and the cut lines for the dies. So you get the bottom of the gumball machine, the 2 different types of gumballs, the gumball top, and then this is the little 5-cent symbol, which on a lot of the samples that fits right across the glass here to show that the gumballs are 5 cents each. I just put it down below, but you could do it either way or whatever ideas you come up with. So those are the 2 sets. Again, this set's called Sweet Treats. I'm not sure if I said that. And it's an add-on to the Snow Time stamp set. So Sweet Treats and the Snow Time stamp set create the gumball machine. So you would need both of these stamp sets in order to create the gumball machine. Okay, and then the dies are just if you want dies so that you don't have to hand cut. Okay, so those are the 2 sets. And now what I'm going to do is set this aside, and I'm going to show you the projects that I created and what I used to create them. And I actually created quite a few things this time. Valentine's Day is always a fun holiday to create for. So one of the first things that you're seeing here is this little hanging banner. And I started out with some of the strawberry seam binding that Debbie creates. She hand dyes all of the seam binding in all these beautiful colors, and this is the strawberry color. And so I had a sample of that from her, and I thought it went really well with this beautiful paper with the roses in it. And so what I did first was I die cut a bunch of the filigree heart dies. And again, you end up with both the outside piece and the inside piece. And I strung all of the inside pieces onto the ribbon after punching holes with a heart hole punch. So I just punch holes in all of the little hearts, and I strung them along the string. And then once I was done with that, and that included, just so you know, this one here in the center that's this rose colored is made out of wool felt. And I actually even hole punched the felt, and I was surprised, but the hole punch worked great through my wool felt. It probably wouldn't work very well with acrylic felt, but it worked great with my wool felt. And you can get wool felt at a lot of different places. I get mine on Etsy, and I just type in wool felt roll, and there's a bunch of stores that come up. So, so anyway, this one's felt, the rest are paper. And I strung those, and then I took the filigree hearts and I actually glued them to the back. So they're glued along the back side, and that's how I got the dimensionality of the two different sets of hearts on the banner. So I'll just kind of go through, and then I added these smaller hearts that you see here. These are from the set called Stitched Tags #1. So this stitch tag heart die that looks like this right here is from the Stitch Tags #1 set. And that is what I used to put in the center of the With Love filigree or solid heart. So there's actually 3 different die cuts used to create this. So, and then you can see where I embellished with some crocheted flowers, a crocheted heart, and some little velvet leaves that I had. So just really simple. I think this in all took me about a half an hour to make. So maybe even less. It goes really fast once you get the hearts strung on there. And probably the thing that took the longest was just heating up my glue gun so I could glue on the crocheted items. But it actually looked really cute even before I added the embellishments. So that's one of my projects. I'm going to set this aside so I can keep going. With the leftovers from creating the banner, I used some of the leftovers to make this card. I had used the solid heart cut out of the rose felt on the banner, so I wanted to use the filigree heart on a card. So I die cut, I also had this piece that's out of the pattern paper left over from die cutting one of the filigree hearts out from the With Love die cut set. So I took that piece and glued it onto a cream cardstock and added the felt heart in the opening, and then just added the sentiment, "So happy you're my friend," and embellished with a flower and some trim and stuff. And these little pink leaves that you see sticking out here, those are actually the little bow from the Stitch Tag Christmas tree set. I think it's Stitch Tags #2, and it has a tree and a mitten in it. And that is actually the bow, and I just cut the bottom of the bow off, and then I hot glued the center and folded it in half to create these little decorative kind of leaves or bow edges sticking out. So that's how I did that. So that's that card, and the "So happy you're my friend" sentiment, if you're interested in that, it comes from this set. This is one of my favorite Paper Sweeties sets. It's called I Love You set. And it has this really sweet, here, let me open it so you can see it in full. Oh dear, let me get the paper out so you can really see it. There we go. So it has this adorable little nightgown, and then a bear, a bunny, and a doll. And this goes with the Paper Sweeties dolls that are for sale in the shop too. But what I love about this set is it has some really wonderful sentiments that you want to have on hand. It has the I love you, which has a heart. It says, "I heart you." It has sending teddy bear hugs to you, which is great for when someone needs a get well hug or just a hug for any reason. It has "You make me feel all warm and snuggly." It says, "So happy you're my friend," which is of course the one that I used on my card. And then it also has "Somebody loves you." And those, the bear and the somebody and everything, they coordinate with the little animals. So she can hold those in her hand. So I think you've seen cards that I've made with this set, but I love the sentiments in this set, and it's a really good one for Valentine's Day. So that's why I pulled it out and used it to create this card. So, and I actually ended up making 2 of these cards because this one that I made is just a little bit offset on the beige. It's not that noticeable, but anyway, I ended up making 2, and I'm sure I'll end up using both. So let's go ahead and move on now. I wanted to share this little pillow that I made. This is like a little, what we call doorknob pillows. I don't know what people call them elsewhere, but it's like a little decoration you can hang from a knob in your kitchen, or I had this one hanging on my china cabinet upstairs. But I just took a heart die cut and die cut 2 larger felt hearts. And then I took the With Love filigree heart die cut and die cut it from some cream or beige felt, as well as a piece of denim. And that was what I used to create my focal point. And I was trying to make a little home sweet home decor item. And so I also pulled out the home sweet home stamp set. So that is what I used to create the focal point on here. And it does say home sweet home, and then I stamped the house in brown, and this is in black. And I colored the two little hearts pink, but it's kind of hard to tell probably on camera. And then I just decorated with some little angel wings, and this is a Maya Road velvet flower and some little trinket pins. So, and then before I sewed the heart together, I had pinned in this Melissa Francis bobblehead trim. What do you call that? Pom-pom trim. So, and then I also decorated the back, and I used that stamp set I showed you, and I used the sentiment, home is where your heart lives. I added a little heart charm to it, and then I crocheted a pink flower and added some trim. So this is the back, and you could just as easily display the back or the front of the pillow. So this was made again using that With Love, the With Love die, and again, there's what the die cut looks like, and that's the die I used for the focal point of the pillow. So that's another project. And then I of course had to make just a straight on Valentine. So this is a smaller than normal sized Valentine, and I wanted to have the hearts kind of hang off the side. So the card opens up like this, and it says Happy Valentine's Day. And the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment, trying to remember what set that's from. I got the Valentine's part from this set here, the Happy Everything set. So it has this cute Valentine's Day sentiment in it. So I pulled that, and then I pulled Happy from a different stamp set, which the word happy is in a lot of Debbie's sets. So any set that you have one from would probably work. So that's how I got my sentiment on the inside. And then the Have a Sweet Day is from another set that I use a lot. This is probably one of my most used sets for birthdays and just everyday type cards. It's called Sweetie Pie Stamps, and it just has wonderful sentiments. It has the word Sweetie Pie, it has Have a Sweet Day, a sweet token of appreciation, 'tis the sweetest season, may your birthday be as sweet as you are, and hugs and kisses and sweet birthday wishes. So this is another one of those sets that the sentiments are fantastic, and that was how I created this Have a Sweet Day on the front of it. So I love the way this card turned out. Traditional red and white always makes me happy. And again, the littler heart that's in the center of the filigree heart is from the Stitch Takes #1 die cuts. So, okay, moving on. How about another bubblegum card? Bubblegum machine. So this again is that new set called Sweet Treats, along with the Snow Time set. So it's an add-on to the Snow Time set. And again, this is what the stamp set looks like. So you get the bottom of the gumball machine, and then all the accessories, as well as a bunch of different sentiments. And so I created a very girly gumball machine. I had created 2 other masculine gumball machines, which I have not made into cards yet, but I'm sure I will, but they're right here. And this one I made into a shaker, and I put some of the delightful Paper Sweeties floral sequins as the gumballs. So this one turned out really cute, and that So Sweet of You is from the stamp set. So there's that card. And then last but not least, you're going to get a sneak peek of the cards that will be on the blog, on my blog, tomorrow as part of the Paper Sweeties Release Rewind. So actually tonight at 9 p.m. They'll go live, but they're for the January 16th Release Rewind post. So I created 2 additional cards, and these use the Paper Sweeties doll that's named Sophie, and she looks like this. And you can purchase her and hand cut her, or it does come with a die that you can purchase. There's a coordinating die that you can buy. And on this one, what I did make some little embellishments that I think I'll be doing this quite often. I took a vintage cream button, added a pink Paper Sweeties sequin, and then a little pearl in the center to make these little flowers. And that's what I used to embellish the card throughout. So, yeah. And then again, that I love you sentiment is from the I love you stamp set that I showed you a little bit ago. So, and she's holding some lovely roses. So she's all ready for Valentine's Day. And so I made that one in kind of a pink floral and polka dots. And then I decided to do a more traditional one also, because I really like the way this card turned out. I was inspired by one of the other Creative Sweeties designers, Min. She had made a really cute card in kind of a turquoisey or blue color, and used a different Paper Sweeties doll, I believe. I can't remember if she used Sophie or or Abigail or something, but anyway, I was inspired by her card, and this was what I came up with. So this one uses more of the Paper Sweeties sequins just by themselves, and I put them on with some glitter glue to help them sparkle. And I used darker papers to I pulled the color black from her shoes and added it on the border as well as in the heart die cut behind. So that is it for me today. These are all of my projects for this release, and I hope that if you're interested in any of these, you'll go to papersweeties.com and go ahead and purchase them. They're available today. So we will be back with you again for the February release, if not before. And I want to thank you very much for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you, and Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.